Hey, everybody. Today, first of all, I'm sorry I'm not able to be here today. I have a doctor's appointment. I really feel bad about this because it's not an easy assignment for you today. So, today you're going to be looking at motion in two directions, the independence of horizontal and vertical motion. And the best way that I can think of to do that is to use Logger Pro's really cool feature, which allows us to do video image analysis. So, I've recorded a couple of videos for you, and I want you to analyze them using this feature. So, I want to show you how to use the image analysis feature, the video image analysis feature of Logger Pro. So, what you're going to do is this. You're going to launch Logger Pro. You're going to go to Insert. You're going to find where it says Movie. You're going to click that. Now, you're going to go to Downloads. When you do yours, you're going to go down here to Downloads and open that, but I'm going to go over here and just use this one here, okay? Now, you're going to search for that one that I had. I'm just going to grab this one, so I'm not doing your work for you, all right? And I can resize it here. So now, here's the thing. These are our tools here. Now, I can use this drag feature here to make this, move forward and backwards in time, all right? So I'm just going to go to where the ball is at the apex. How about that? I'm going to go right here, okay? That's where I'm going to start, right? Now, I'm going to bring up this feature here, and this is basically the tools I can use for analyzing. So the first thing I always want to do is I want to establish what a meter is. Now, I've laid a meter stick out for you. I don't know if this is exactly meter. I'm going to assume it is. So I'm going to grab the meter stick icon, and I'm going to drag it from here to here. And now Logger Pro says, oh, I see you indicated a distance. What is it? Is it 1 meter? Yes, that was 1 meter. Okay, great. You could do anything you want, but we're going to use 1 meter today. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to establish where the 0 point is, so where the origin is. So I'm going to click the third one down. I'm going to go in the center of the ball, and I'm going to click. And it's going to say, okay, that's 0, 0. Then I'm going to click this second icon down that has this red dot. This is really what makes our oil drops, and it's really cool. So I click this. I'm going to put it in the center of the ball. I'm going to keep moving it to the center of the ball and clicking. And you're just going to do that in your video here. Now, you'll notice as the object moves faster, it tends to get a little bit blurry. I got to sort of estimate where I think the center of the ball is. Okay, I'll say, all right, that's enough, Eric, stop. Okay. So once you've collected that information, you're just going to click back on the graph here. And it might look a little bit confusing at first, but you say, okay, look, I have access to some data here, right? So I can click here and say, just show me what its horizontal or X values were. So I see here, this is basically its change in position horizontally over time. I see a straight line. And now I can take a slope of that straight line just like I would before. I can go here, I can click this, and it will tell me what the slope of it is. So it was 3.089 meters per second, okay? Or if I want, I can look at what the horizontal velocity is by clicking this. Now, when I do this, I see a lot of scatter here. I might think, it doesn't make any sense. In that case, it's usually a good idea to do this. If I right-click on the graph, see, it auto-scaled it from 0.28 to 3.6. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go to Graph Options. And I'm going, so basically it's set up here, this here is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. It even says y-axis and x-axis. I want to rescale my x-axis. So instead of letting it auto-scale, which is what it did, I could say auto-scale from 0 and see what happens. Let's see what happens then. Oh, look at that. That looks like a horizontal line to me. That was right about here, a little bit more than 3 meters per second, which is what my slope was. Awesome, okay? Now, I can also do this. I can say, well, now I want to see what the y variable looked like. So this is the vertical position of it over time. And I see I'm going to drag myself over here. So I can see I get this. It's got a curve. It looks like a frown, so it's probably negative acceleration. So I can go here and I say, well, show me what the y velocity was. Okay. And I see I made some mistakes on my clicks here, but this is pretty much a straight line. So I can then find the acceleration by highlighting that and hitting this. And I see, oh, 9.97. That's pretty close to 10, isn't it? Good job, Samson. Okay, so that's basically how you're going to use these tools. And it's, listen, I know today's lesson is tricky. We'll be working on a lot more. I apologize. Hopefully you watch the screencast. Feel free to watch it again in class today if that's what you need to do. But I really do want you to try to analyze these two videos I have. We have one of a ball rolling off a table, and I have another one of a toy car rolling off a table. It speeds up and then goes off a table. So I want you to look at those two. It is very beneficial for you to try to work for those two. I'll see you the next time you come to class, I'll be back for my doctor, I promise.